simply the best. The story of the 1991 Minnesota Twins. Spring training inaugurated a brand new ballpark, the Lee County Sports Complex in Fort Myers, Florida. A first-class, state-of-the-art facility with 5 practice fields. The Twins gathered at their new spring home. It took a little while to get settled in.
This is where I'm supposed to be. Oh, boy.
It should, for many years, be the best facility in all of baseball.
New park, new faces. Reliever Steve Bedrosian. Third baseman Mike Pagliarulo. Designated hitter Chili Davis. And another veteran who some observers figured had passed his prime, Jack Morris.
I think respect is something you earn, and you have to do it in your own way. And I think you have to really, the best way to earn respect is to show them on the field what you're capable of doing.
Stressing the fundamentals, the Twins hope to find the right blend of experience and youth. One youngster surprised everyone, Chuck Knoblauch, who jumped from AA to the majors by batting .388 in spring training exhibition games.
I just think that, new faces around here, new facilities. Everybody's pretty much excited just to be here.
The optimism that Tom Kelly's team displayed in spring training was, as usual, upbeat. They ignored claims made by various national magazines that Minnesota was a second division ball club. The Twins set out to prove them wrong.
That's okay.
On opening day in Oakland, a confident group of veterans seemed intent on opening some eyes. In his first start as a Twin, Jack Morris tied an American League record with his 12th consecutive opening day start. Of course, A's fans were more interested in Rickey Henderson's stolen base mark.
With Rickey running, and he'll get it as that one will skip towards the A's dugout.
Rickey Land was shut down the next day when Junior Ortiz threw him out. The Twins lost 2 of 3 to Tony La Russa's A's. However, Rickey Henderson's bid to break the stolen base mark would just have to wait. The Metrodome, site of the Twins' home opener against the California Angels. Kevin Tapani fired a 7-hit shutout, striking out 9, including former Twin Gary Gaetti for the final out. Kevin's second career shutout and Minnesota's second victory of the year. But the cheers soon gave way to frustration. The Twins lost 7 straight. Jack Morris dropped his first 3 starts, giving up 11 earned runs in his first 11 innings. And Scott Erickson was shut out in his first 2 losses. Chalk it up to bad luck.
Throws it inside the baseline where Hrbek cannot make the catch. They call him safe. Tim Cheetah says that Knoblauch never tagged him. Unbelievable. Seattle sweeps the series. Mariners win it in 11, 4-3.
The guys were thrown into a lot of stuff right at the start of the season with a team that finished last place and more or less a new team coming in. I think the start of our schedule was tough. Leaving spring training, going out to Oakland. I guess we opened up for 3 days, flew back home for 3 days, and went right back out to Seattle and Anaheim. So to me, it was a tough start.
Inside, did it hit him? No! And the runner will score. And the Angels have won the first 2 games here between Minnesota and California, and now have extended Minnesota's losing streak to 7.
Well, you know what? Coming out of spring training, we had the best record in baseball. A lot of reporters and press guys said, well, you know how spring training goes. A lot of guys are just getting ready, just getting in the groove, and that's the excuse they made for us. Twins won, but it's always when the Twins win, it's always a but. And we said that's okay. We're just gonna play, and we got out of the gate 2-9, and we're losing like 2-1, 3-2. Had a little meeting, and we told our pitchers, hey guys, just keep us right there, man. The bats are gonna catch up. And then in that 12th game, I don't know what happened, man. It all exploded.
Kirby drills this to straightaway center field. Felix going back, and this is gone. A home run for Kirby Puckett. This one blasted to straightaway center field. Gone, a home run. Chili Davis puts the Twins up 3-0.
Yet in the ninth inning, Minnesota clung to a one-run lead.
Knoblauch can keep the game alive for California. Oh, there's a bunt, and it looks beautiful. Aguilera tags him out! And the Twins win it 4-3!
A victory that sparked the Twins to win 7 of their next 9. It was a streak that included a 4-game sweep of Seattle. In the series opener, with the Twins trailing by a run 10th inning, the Mariners intentionally loaded the bases to face Brian Hrbek.
And the pitch. Low outside, the ball gets away from Valley. Here comes Puckett home with the tying run. Now the ball gets away from Jackson. Newman's going to try to score, and he scores. Puckett and Newman both score, and the Twins pull it out 4-3.
Things were looking so bright that the Twins even got together to do a music video. One thing's certain about the Minnesota Twins, win or lose, they're one loose bunch of cool customers. Let's flip it back to the field, where on April 24th, Jack Morris attained a personal milestone against the Oakland A's.
Got him, strike 3. The 4th strikeout of the game and the 2000th of Morris's career.
And in Jack's very next start, on April 28th against Seattle, he picked up yet another milestone, career victory number 200. Morris's presence helped bolster the confidence of the entire staff. At age 30, Carl Willis was called up from the minors and compiled a record of 8-3 as a middle-inning reliever. Another pitcher who found his niche as a setup man, winning 7 games, was Mark Guthrie. Another dependable arm out of the bullpen, sidearm specialist Terry Leach. The Twins pitcher who shined brightest in the early going was Scott Erickson, who tied a club mark with 30 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings.
Randy Bush is there. He's under it, and the shutout intact. Brilliant pitching by Scott Erickson tonight.
Hi, this is the Scott Erickson Show. Join us at 5 p.m. at the Metrodome.
Standing 6'4" and possessing an icy glare, Erickson became a popular figure with Twins fans because of his style, good looks, and winning ways. The Erickson aura was something special.
I'd rather do good and get the attention than just be another guy. You deal with it the best you can. Don't let it go to your head. Basically, black is my favorite color, and I feel like it's good luck. It's like dark evil and toughness. When I come down from the bullpen before the game, the guys just kind of clear out and they let me go about my business. They know I'm out there working as hard as I can, and I'm sure that's what they want, because they are too.
So 7 strikeouts for Erickson, back-to-back shutouts, and he lived up to the billing.
Well, Steve Bedrosian said that he is 23, good-looking, and a world of talent. We've just seen the 3 things above.
Well, Erickson had a very good season. He had a lot of trials and tribulations through the season. He had an awful lot of media attention, and he handled it real well. I was real proud of him. He had a lot on his shoulders, and he came through with flying colors. He's going to be a good pitcher for us.
From April to June, Scott won 12 straight, the season's longest winning streak. Erickson's record by year-end, 20-8. Scott was Minnesota's biggest winner.
Just go out there and bust your ass as long as you can. There's nothing better than winning, and there's nothing worse than losing. And whenever you lose, it's a down-and-out feeling. And go out there and give it 110%, and you'll be rewarded. And that's come true this year.
In May, the Twins were skinned alive by the red-hot Texas Rangers at Arlington Stadium, losing 11-4 to drop Minnesota to 7.5 games out, the 14th straight victory for the front-running Rangers. But things took a different twist the following day when Mr. Erickson took matters in hand.
Runners going. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball, Hunt 3-2. And Erickson gets 2 big outs and gets out of the first inning.
We all were ready to end Texas's streak. I think everybody on the team wanted to be the team to end it. And once Scotty went out and threw his good game, we were on our way.
Hit hard to Gagne. And with plenty of time, they turn 2. And Erickson does a tremendous job again.
Leading 3-0 in the 9th, the Twins called upon Rick Aguilera to close it out.
In the hole, no, cut off by Leas. 1 and double play, and the Twins win. And the streak is over in Texas.
Scotty Erickson went out there and really shut down a very hot offensive team. Morris went out the next day and did it.
Well, what a pitching performance by Blackjack.
As he evens his record at 5-5, the final score again, the Twins 9, the Rangers 1.
And then we got 3 out of 4 wins in Kansas City.
Way out of here. And the Twins have broken the tie on Chili Davis's second 2-run homer of the game. It's 5-3.
Texas and Kansas City was traditionally a difficult road trip for us. And I was very satisfied after that road trip that we indeed would be competitive and a contender in the American League West.
They were more than competitive. In fact, for the first 2 weeks of June, the Twins were downright spectacular.
Newman on the run. Nice play. The ball game is over.
Here's the pitch to Bush. Swing and a fly ball hit out of the shallow right field. It's going to fall in. Munoz around third. He scores and the Twins win.
Struck him out. Twins win. The Twins take game 1 and they've made it 6 in a row. Twins win. 7 straight for the ball club. The Twins go to 8 in a row.
When you go through streaks, you don't realize them until you hit a certain point. You know, when you've won 2 games in a row, it's no big deal. You've won 5 games in a row, it means a little more. You've won 10 games in a row, and then you start thinking, wow, this is great.
Twins win 10 in a row.
It seemed like everything we did went our way. It was a fun time. Everything was going right, and baseball, that's a hard thing to do.
One thing that I noticed during that streak was that the emotional high had not changed. We just took it in stride. We were playing real well. We were pleased with the way we were playing. We felt that if we went out and played baseball the way we could, that we weren't going to be beaten, and we could carry the streak on for a very long time.
Great stop by Pags. He's up. Twins win 12 in a row. And a remarkable perfect homestand, 10-0. And the lucky number is 13 for the Twins.
Prior to the winning streak, Minnesota had been in 6th place, 7.5 games out.
I guess we just, just kept going out there and trying to win. We were improving our position, kept creeping up, and I think that was what we were looking at more than anything, is that we were making a rise to getting on top.
14 in a row for the Minnesota Twins. And right now, the Twins are tied for first place in the American League West.
With a victory against Cleveland the next day, the Twins had a chance to move into sole possession of first. Outstanding defense kept the score tied at 2 until the 10th.
Here he comes. James with a throw, and it's not in time, and the Twins lead. Chopper gloved by Leas. He throws 15 in a row for the Minnesota Twins.
First place, thanks to the longest winning streak in Twins history. Next stop, Baltimore's Memorial Stadium. The Twins appeared headed for their 16th consecutive victory when they jumped ahead of the Orioles 5-3. 9th inning, 2 outs. Rick Aguilera pitching to Randy Milligan, runners on 1st and 2nd.
center. Kirby racing. He won't get there. And the Twins' streak is over.
What I won't forget about the game we lost in Baltimore was that you would have thought that the Oriole fans had just beaten the 1927 Yankees. I mean, it was the highlight of their year, and I thought, gee, we must be good if we're getting this kind of reaction when somebody finally beats us.
When handing out praise for the Twins putting it all together in 1991, much of the credit goes to the man they call TK, Tom Kelly, American League Manager of the Year. A no-nonsense, steadying influence on a team that had great chemistry. Another fella who looms large on the Minnesota scene, Big Kent Hrbek.
And Herbie does it! Deep to right, it has a chance, and it is gone!
And Dan Gladden, also one of Kelly's heroes, winning games with hustle and smarts.
And it's Gladden calling. And Dave Henderson's going to go to third. And he is out at third!
How about the emergence of rookie second baseman Chuck Knoblauch?
Seitzer chops it over the mound. Knoblauch steps and throws for the double play.
And veteran shortstop Greg Gagne, who broke his own club record by playing in 76 consecutive games without an error.
And in the hole, Gagne, off-balance throw, hits him. Nice play.
From gags to pags at the hot corner.
He drills one. A great stop by Pagliarulo. He went all out.
Mike shared his time at third with Scott Leyes, another exceptional defensive player.
Ground ball wide at third, and a great play. He's gonna throw him out.
Tom Kelly's #1 catcher, Brian Harper. Harper made the big plays when it counted most. A clutch hitter who batted .311 and knocked in 69 runs. And of course, Kirby Puckett, #34, no introduction necessary. Shane Mack attained career highs in 10 offensive categories, also performing brilliantly in the field.
And Mack picks that one up off his shoe top.
All were important members of a winning team that topped the American League in hitting and was second in fielding. Designated hitter Chili Davis was perhaps the most important new ingredient to the Twins lineup. An offseason signing that added spice to the club's offense.
Center. Kyler racing back. This has a chance, and it is gone. Off the facing of the upper deck. A monster 3-run homer. Number 21 for Chili, and that's as long a ball as you'll see hit in this park.
Chili went on to wallop a career high in home runs with 29. He also equaled a career best in runs batted in with 93.
I think Chili was on a little bit of a mission this year to demonstrate to those that thought his career was at an end, or that they were wrong. He came in great shape, and I think he really enjoyed the camaraderie and the team spirit that's on this team, and fit in very well.
The fit was indeed a perfect one, and Chili's impact was immediate. By the All-Star break, the red-hot Davis was among the league leaders in round trippers with 19 and had driven in 52 runs.
The first half for me was probably the best first half I've had ever, but that just reflects on the fun we had, the way the team played, and just doing my job. And the guys around me were playing so well, it made it a lot easier for me to do my job.
The Twins marveled at the power hitting of Chili and the power pitching of Scott Erickson, who compiled a remarkable 12 consecutive wins.
First and third, and a swing and a miss on a breaking ball. Erickson strikes out 2 in the inning and strands a leadoff double at third.
When Erickson pitched, it was the day of death. And with black apparel that inspired that doomsday image, Scott massacred the Yankees while gunning for a club record 12 straight wins.
In the air to right center and hit well. Kelly back. This has a chance. Gone. Home run. Puckett. 2-0 Twins. 9th inning. 3-0 Twins. And Mack gets us a long way the Twins bullpen. 5-0 Twins. Struck him out, the Twins win. A 2-hit shutout by Scott Erickson, his 12th consecutive win.
But only 1 week after attaining that club mark, a downtrodden Erickson was placed on the 15-day disabled list with a strained elbow. Jack Morris was nearly as hot as Erickson in the first half of the season. In the month of June, Jack was 6-0 with an ERA of 2.25 and was named the American League Pitcher of the Month.
Hit right to Pagliarulo. And the Twins win 3-0. Jack Morris wins his 8th consecutive game, and he pitches his first shutout as a Minnesota Twin.
Morris was born in St. Paul, and as a youngster always hoped that one day he'd play for the Minnesota Twins.
This is a long-time dream for me, and if I get a little emotional, excuse me, because I think every kid grows up to dream about this kind of moment.
For Minnesota, Jack was just what the doctor ordered. As Tom Kelly might say, a big horse to ride. Acquiring Morris was a great move.
Our number one need, we felt, would have been a established veteran starter that could take the mantle to the number one spot in the rotation, take some of the pressure off our younger starters, throw a lot of innings, take some of the pressure off our bullpen. And when we acquired Jack Morris through re-entry free agency, we really accomplished a lot of that.
And Morris on 3 pitches gets Gallego. He strikes out the side. A mow him down inning.
Morris won 18 games, the 5th time he'd won 18 or more in a season. At age 36, Jack was still confident of his ability.
I don't have anything to prove to anybody. I believe that I was healthy, that I could continually do what the numbers that I was able to do in the past, and it's worked out.
It worked out so well that Jack was chosen to start for the American League in the All-Star game at Toronto. The 6th consecutive All-Star appearance for Kirby Puckett. The first for reliever Rick Aguilera, who had accumulated 22 saves during the first half of the year. Morris wore his socks just like Scott Erickson. Jack did it in honor of Scott, who would have been the starter if not for an injury. It was the 5th All-Star appearance and the 3rd start in the All-Star game for Jack.
And now wraps the ball and knocks Jack Morris down. And the National League leads 1-0 on their 3rd hit of the inning. Let's hope Jack Morris is okay.
Jack bounced back, and so did the American League with a 4-2 win. For Morris and the Twins, the second half was set to begin on a very upbeat note. Minnesota was gearing up to dance away with the division. In July, the first-place Twins flew into Boston and played paddleball off the Green Monster. In 4 games, they scored 33 runs.
The biggest thing right there is that we played well at that time. The Red Sox weren't playing real well at that time, but when a team's playing well, you can make the other team look bad. And we did that. And I won't say that the Red Sox were at the top of their game, but we were, and we made them look bad, and they helped out a little bit with that.
Hit well, left center field. Burks is looking up. It is gone. Home run, Chili Davis.
The heavy-hitting Twins chopped away at the Red Sox with timely blasts. 9th inning, former Twin Jeff Reardon pitching in relief for the Red Sox. The Twins trailed by a score of 2-1. With one man out, up stepped Randy Bush, hitting .382 as a pinch hitter. It was an at-bat that had everyone at the edge of their seats.
Bush to deep right, but it's going to hook and just go foul. And that was the swing.
A classic confrontation. Both batter and pitcher regrouped. Nothing would be sweeter than for Bush to take his former teammate deep.
This has a chance, and it is foul! Randy Bush thought it was gone, and no, home plate umpire says fair ball, home run!
The Western Division leading Twins completed their first 4-game sweep at Fenway Park since 1981. A 14-1 demolition, extending Minnesota's lead in the American League West to 5.5 games. In July, the Twins compiled a 15-7 record against the American League East. The offensive charge in July was led by that man.
Batting third, number 34, the center fielder, Kirby Puckett.
A name that echoes greatness. He can do it all.
I've always believed that if you want to be the best at something, you have to work on it. God gave all of us so much talent, but if you want to expand on that, then you have to work at it. And I believe in working extra hard just to make myself that much better, to always give me the edge on somebody else.
Kirby's popularity beyond reproach. What's not to like about a player who led the team in base hits, batting average, and runs scored? Not to mention spectacular catches.
What matters to me is that my peers know. As long as my peers know what I can do and they respect me as a ball player, then that's all that matters to me.
When you're a general manager and you have a Kirby Puckett on your team, you're just blessed. It's just blind luck and you're blessed. Despite the fact that he has developed into one of the game's real superstars, his personality hasn't changed. His enthusiasm and affection for the game hasn't changed. His genuine camaraderie and friendship that he develops with his teammates hasn't changed. And he's always going to be an important part of the Minnesota Twins.
No, I'm not a star. I'm just one of the guys. I know my role on this team, and I just try to go out and just play hard, and I try to lead by example.
Example, thy name is Puckett. Kirby already has a place among Minnesota's all-time greats. In 1991, the Twins honored a retired superstar, Tony Oliva, who spearheaded Minnesota's offense throughout a 15-year career. Known as a natural hitter with a graceful style, Oliva became the only player to win batting titles in his first 2 seasons. During a special ceremony at the Metrodome, the Twins paid tribute to the 3-time batting champion by retiring his number 6. The only other Twins to have their number retired, Harmon Killebrew and Rod Carew. As for Rod, 1991 was also special. Carew, who won 7 batting titles as a member of the Twins, was inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame. With a lifetime batting average of .328, Rod handled a bat with consummate skill. In his MVP season of 1977, he batted .388. Born in Panama, Carew came to the U.S. as a teenager.
First time I flew into New York, I was a nervous, excited 15-year-old kid. Today I stand here as a nervous, excited 45-year-old, hoping that I can find the words to express my feelings at being inducted into baseball's Hall of Fame.
He became the second Minnesota Twin to be inducted. At Tiger Stadium, only a few days after that Hall of Fame ceremony, the Twins defeated Detroit 9-3 to move 16 games above .500 with a record of 56-40. The victory marked a return from the disabled list for Dan Gladden, who got 2 hits and knocked in 4 runs. A line drive and a base hit to left, and 3 runs score for the Twins.
So again, here's Gladden with 2 down. In a situation with a couple men on, and he drills that to left field. Mosby can't get it.
In his first 5 games after coming back, Gladden drove home 12 runs, including this blast against Milwaukee.
And the pitch. Slider swung on and a long drive to left. If it's fair, it is a home run off the foul pole screen. Oh, was that close. 3-run homer for Gladden. The Twins win it 7-4.
Minnesota's demolition of American League East clubs continued. At Yankee Stadium, the Twins banded together for their biggest inning of the year.
Chili Davis has given Minnesota a 1-0 lead. Mack hits this one out of the ballpark to make it 2-0. Now Urulo is going to score, and it's 3-0. Gagne is going to score. It's 4-0. Will Hrbek bats. Deep to center, and that ball is gone. A grand slam home run by Ken Hrbek, and it's an 8-run inning.
After dispensing with the American League East, it was time to do battle with their biggest rivals. The defending Western Division champion A's hoped to gain ground on the first-place Twins in a head-to-head battle at the Oakland Coliseum. Fans were treated to a power display as the A's belted 6 solo homers, 3 by Dave Henderson. From Oakland's perspective, the game looked like a laugher, home run after home run.
Oh, that's hit well to left field, and that is going to be... just off the glove of Shane Mack. A home run for Canseco, but Shane Mack almost made the catch of the year. Knoblauch into second with a double and a run batted in. It is a 5-1 game. 1 run scores. Here comes Knoblauch. He will score. And Puckett delivers. 5-3. Chili Davis singles. Kirby will be waved home. It's a 5-4 game. Brian Harper here. Hrbek at second. Davis at first with 1 away. That one is hit in the air. Hit deep. Wilson near the wall. And it is gone. A 3-run homer for Brian Harper. And the Twins lead 7-5.
Dave Henderson hit 3 home runs in 1 game against us. And we still won the ball game. We won a series in Oakland. And as long as I've been here, we've never, done that. Usually when you go in the Coliseum, you're going to lose a couple. And that just goes along with confidence. When you get confidence, you can play. Henderson could have hit 10 home runs as long as we win, and that's all we care about, winning.
Aguilera, can he make the play? Yes, he got him. A great play.
I just got tired of seeing Oakland winning this division and going to the playoffs for the 3rd year in a row. And I didn't want that to happen this year, and I'm sure a lot of the guys did.
But after winning 2 of 3 in Oakland against the dreaded A's, the Twins found themselves slipping. Following an 8-0 defeat at the hands of the Mariners, Minnesota's lead dropped to 1 game. Meanwhile, the Chicago White Sox were riding the wave of a 7-game winning streak, putting the pressure squarely on Minnesota's shoulders. Setting the stage for another showdown against the Oakland A's, a record number of fans attended what amounted to be the biggest series of the year.
Upstairs, that's hit well to right field. And that's gone in a power display by Jose Canseco.
Dennis Eckersley entered the game with Oakland leading by 2 runs, but the A's star reliever, who'd been in a groove prior to this game, buckled at the knees. Chili Davis started the rally.
And that's lined to right field, and it's in for a hit. And it caroms away from Canseco. Chili to second base, being waved to third. And he will be in. Ball hit to the right side. The A's get the out. The Twins get the run. And it's a 4-3 game.
Then, Mike Pagliarulo batted with the tying run on base.
And a base hit to left center. Reyes will score. And the game is tied.
Then in the 10th inning, Oakland called upon reliever Gene Nelson with the winning run on third, and the batter, Ken Hrbek.
Little squibber to the left side, and the Twins win!
In Game 2, Again, Oakland jumped out to an early lead.
And there's a high, towering drive to right field, and that is gone again for Canseco. Make it 4-1 Oakland.
But the Twins never gave up.
This will score Knoblauch, and Kirby's going to have a base hit. So the Twins play some dome ball here, and they're back within a run at 4-3. And Harper fights that one off into short right field. And Puckett's being sent home against Canseco. And the throw is not in time. And the game tied at 4.
The batter, Shane Mack, with the bases loaded as the Twins look to complete the comeback.
Down the right field line. That's going to the wall. It's going to score at least 2. Harper will be waved home. The throw to the plate is late. A bases clearing double by Shane Mack. It's 7-4 Twins.
Oakland also jumped ahead early in Game 3.
That's a base hit into left center field, and Ricky will score easily. 3-0 Athletics. But deep enough to score Pagliarulo. It is 4-2 Oakland, and Puckett is coming up. Base hit. Gagne scores. It is 4-3. Base hit down the right field line. Jimmy Davis to second. And he's going to be waved home. And he will score. And it's all tied up. Base hit. And the Twins have gone ahead 5-4.
Minnesota was on the verge of bashing the A's.
Popped him up. And Hrbek wants it. The Twins make it 3 in a row over the Athletics, who have lost 7 in a row for the first time under manager Tony La Russa.
And the A's were all but wiped from the pennant picture. Next visitor at the Dome, Seattle. And the Twins mounted another amazing ninth-inning comeback. This time, the hero was Randy Bush.
All right, here's Bush with 1 out. He is the tying run. And he drives to right. This has a chance. And it is gone. Randy Bush ties the game.
And with 2 outs in the 10th inning, the center of attention shifted to Scott Leyes.
High drive, deep left field, and this one is out of here.
Incredibly, every comeback featured a different hero. Truly a team effort.
This team is hot, they're coming on strong. Got Kelly at the wheel and they can't go wrong. Looking straight ahead on the right track. The road's getting shorter and there ain't no turning back, because it's dry time, 91. Cheer for Minnesota, cause the race is on. Dry time has begun. The Twins are off and running in 1991. We got Puck, Chuck, Jack, Mack, Chili, Willie, Bush, Tap, Harper, Gladden, Allen, Gags, Hrbek, Willis, Cheated, Bags, Aguilera, Erickson, Teddy, and Bedrosian, Guthrie, West, and the rest. Don't you know we got the best? Dry time, 91. Cheer for Minnesota, cause the race is on. Come on! Dry time has begun. The Twins are off and running in 1991.
The Twins were really rocking him at the Metrodome. Shane Mack came through in a big way in a tight game against the Cleveland Indians. 8th inning, bases loaded with Mack ready to attack.
High drive, deep left field. This one is gone. A grand slam.
Shane's second grand slam of the year, his 17th homer. 2 days later, Kevin Tapani won a career-high 9th consecutive game. By season's end, Kevin had won 16 games using his pinpoint control.
You don't really hear too much about him with Morris and Erickson on the staff, but I think everybody knows he's been our most consistent pitcher, and the boys know when he's out there, we have a real good chance to win.
If you recall, Tapani was part of that big deal with the Mets in 1989 that also brought the Twins Rick Aguilera. Aggie had a superb season, tying Jeff Reardon's team mark for saves with 42.
Struck him out, and that ends the inning.
struck him out, and the Twins win.
Anytime I got a chance to start the ninth inning off fresh with a nobody on, nobody out, to make the short man's role that much easier. And I was getting those opportunities. TK was giving me rest when I needed it, and then at the same time getting me an opportunity to get in there and get an inning to keep my effectiveness also. So those combinations make it a much easier role as a short man.
Tom Kelly's Twins won 7 of their first 8 games in the month of September, continuing their drive to the pennant. That streak included a 3-game sweep of the Yankees, and Minnesota moved to a remarkable 30 games above 500 with a victory in Kansas City. Fly ball at the left center field. Shane Mack is underneath it, and the Twins win their 5th in a row. All season long, the bat that ignited Minnesota's offense belonged to Chuck Knoblauch, the American League's Rookie of the Year. In September, Chuck strung together a big hitting streak.
And Knoblauch extends his hitting streak, and now is hitting 18 straight. High fastball by Guillen, base hit, 19 straight for Knoblauch. And Knoblauch grounds it up the middle and through 2 people. And Knoblauch gets a base hit, and he's hitting 20 straight.
The rookie batted .281 and surprised everyone by performing like a tried and true veteran.
All I want to do is make the team, but once I did, didn't really think about Rookie of the Year or any things like that. Just I was wide-eyed, open, didn't know what to expect. So, all I want to do is be a part of a winner. And, we've done a lot of that this year.
Knoblauch tied a club record for stolen bases by a rookie with 25. With the cowhide, Chuck was grade A.
And Knoblauch snares that one and robs Henderson. Knoblauch, Larkin. Knoblauch with a fine running grab.
This is stopped by Knoblauch, and he throws him out. Wow. Has this guy got a head start on Rookie of the Year?
I just go out and play the game, and hopefully good things will happen, and they have this year. I didn't have any goals or any expectations going into the year, and I'll take what I've done.
The Twins gladly accepted the contributions of another ally, the Homer Hanky. As the magic number dwindled to a precious few, Homer Hankies were in abundance.
Top of the 9th. Got him! Aguilera gets his 40th save, and the magic number is 9.
The lead is back to 7. The magic number down to 7. And the Twins have cut the magic number to 6. And it's sliding towards 5.
On September 24th against Chicago, the Twins scored 6 runs in an inning and 2/3 against Jack McDowell, while Scott Erickson had his best outing since July, taking a no-hitter into the 7th inning. Scott lost the no-hitter, but the Twins came through with another big win.
Right center, Jarvis Brown there, and the magic number is 3.
And that's where the magic number stood as the Twins visited Toronto's Skydome. The Blue Jays topped Minnesota in the series opener, but the next day, Minnesota rode the pitching brilliance of Jack Morris.
2-2, and a little tapper in front of the mound. And the Minnesota Twins have gone from last to a tie for the American League West.
The White Sox won that night, delaying the inevitable. But the next day, the Twins had a sly feeling that victory was soon at hand.
Swinging so hard, you falling down last night. Terrible, man.
Despite the good spirit, the Twins couldn't muster any offense against the Blue Jays, losing by a score of 2-1. The only way for the Twins to officially clinch the West Division title on this day was with a Chicago loss. The Twins departed Skydome by bus. However, their drive for the division title was in sight, with only one final out needed in Chicago.
Topper, here comes Vizquel up with it. Over to O'Brien, and that will do it. The White Sox have been eliminated from the American League West divisional race.
News traveled fast, and the Minnesota Twins celebrated their incredible turnaround season.
All of a sudden, the Twins go from last to first. Only team in baseball history to do that. It's kind of something right now that really doesn't kick in. I think it'll kick in later on when I tell my daughter and her grandkids or whatever, hey, you know, I was on that team, you know, and she'll probably go, yeah, right, Dad.
Yeah, it makes all the experts go home and have to reevaluate their thinking process. You know, they picked us last and we fooled them.
When the Twins arrived home, it was time for a Minnesota Mardi Gras. Loyal fans came out to pay tribute.
We have to keep up a tradition that we have now. Since we started in '87, we started a little tradition, and we have to have Mr. Hrbek step up. Mr. Hrbek, Mr. Pagliarulo, Big Mike. Come on, Mike. Atta bar. Atta way. This one here is for all of you. All right. Thank you.
Nothing like the excitement generated by a winning ball club. The support Twins fans displayed all season long was clearly evident. Over 2 million folks came out to the Metrodome in 1991 to cheer for the home team. And cheer they did. Of course, all that support was much appreciated.
Our hats are off to you, fans. Way to go, Tony. Late. Our hats are off to you, fans.
Thanks.
Thanks. Our hats are off to you, fans. Thanks.
Oh, that was good.
What better way to say thanks than an appearance in the League Championship Series? Game 1 at the Metrodome. The home field advantage loomed large for Minnesota, and the media's demands loomed even larger. But the Twins were ready for anything, including their opponent. Manager Tom Kelly hoped to lead the Twins past the East Division champion Toronto Blue Jays. Minnesota charged into action to a thunderous ovation as they began their quest for the American League pennant.
And here comes the throw to the plate. It's going to be close. Eleanor's out. The play at the plate. It's safe at home. And the game is tied at 2-2. Deep to right field. Going back is Ducey. It's gone. A home run for Mike Pagliarulo. Line ball to left field. Dan Gladden is going back on the track. He makes the catch. And the Minnesota Twins have gone from the cellar to the penthouse in the American League.
The Twins brushed aside the Blue Jays in 5 games. Gentlemen, time to celebrate.
Where'd you go?
This is what you play for. This is what you put the uniform on to get to this big dance, and now we get to go.
It's never over till it's over. Yogi said all the wonderful things. This team has played hard all year. We deserve to be where we're at right now.
Earning MVP honors in the League Championship Series was Kirby Puckett. Time to prepare for one last hurdle, the World Series. And as usual, Minnesota took it all in stride.
Hammer and Hank pose.
Yes, sir, the Twins were a mighty loose bunch.
Actually human.
Stop, secret, stop. Okay.
Work hard, play hard. A concept rookie Chuck Knoblauch learned from his teammates.
Welcome this man to the World Series. I think he's a great ball player.
Oh, jeez.
I really do. Going to be Rookie of the Year this year.
Oh, big statement.
He did well enough in the playoffs, and this is not going to be any different for him, and just to enjoy it.
That was kind of weird, huh? Did you hit a home run in the World Series?
I had one.
Okay.
It was a big thrill. Maybe he can
show me how to do that.
Oh.
That's what I want to do. I know we'll turn double plays and make all the plays, but about a home run.
Well, you gotta eat your breakfast in the morning. Eat that extra piece of toast. You'll be all right.
Okay.
Baseball's grand showcase, the Minnesota Twins against the Atlanta Braves. Game 1. The Twins drew strength from the roar of the crowd and the steadfast pitching of Jack Morris. In 7 innings, Morris gave up only 5 hits. In a series between two clubs that went from last to first, appropriately the biggest blow in Game 1 was struck by the last-place hitter in the lineup.
A home run for Greg Yankee. 4-0 Twins.
Game 2. The Twins win again with Kent Hrbek's tag and the swing of Scott Lance.
Lance, it's a high drive to deep left field. It is a home run. Scott Lance with a home run. Twins lead 3-2.
The battle in Atlanta for Game 3 remained deadlocked at 4, when in the 12th inning, Mark Lemke's hit sent Dave Justice charging towards the plate. The Braves won it 5-4. In Game 4, a bone-rattling collision at home plate. Catcher Brian Harper stood his ground against Lonnie Smith. Yet the Twins lost in the bottom of the 9th and lost again the next day, 14-5. Game 6. One loss away from elimination. Yet the Twins' confidence grew with every decibel. In a game that will stand as one of the most exciting in World Series history, the man who stood tallest was Kirby Puckett.
Puckett's going to third with a triple, 1-0 win. Back is Puckett. He's at the fence. He leaps up. He caught it. Oh, what a catch!
With the score tied at 3, 11th inning, Puckett seized the moment.
Way back! The Twins go to the 7th game. Touch 'em all, Kirby Puckett. Touch 'em all, Kirby Puckett. And the Twins have won this game 4-3.
That dramatic blast set the stage for World Series Game 7. Baseball's World Championship hung in the balance, one game to decide a winner. For the Twins, it all hinged on Jack Morris. Morris withstood the challenge, gaining strength as the game progressed, holding the Braves scoreless through 10 innings. And when things got rough, Jack was at his best. In the 8th inning, with the bases loaded in a scoreless game, the Twins dodged a bullet.
Twins get out of a seemingly impossible situation. 3-2-3 on the double play.
The game remained scoreless through 9. Then in the 10th inning, bases loaded, 1 out, the batter, pinch hitter Gene Larkin.
There it is, a long fly ball into left center field. And it is going to be a hit for Gene Larkin. Gladden scores. And once again, the Minnesota Twins are baseball's world champions for the second time in 5 years. It's the world champion Minnesota Twins, and the crowd loves it.
The celebration that ensued was indeed a thing of beauty. The Minnesota Twins had proven that they were once again simply the best.
Champions, baby. Number 1. First of all, I'd like to have all the players to tip our hats to the fans, because we got the greatest fans in the world. Thank
you! In a touching tribute to the fans, the players doffed their caps in a victory lap around the field. 2 days later, over 200,000 witnessed a parade through St. Paul and Minneapolis. It was a riveting riveting fall classic, perhaps the best ever. 5 games decided by 1 run, 4 in the last at-bat. World Series MVP, the Iron Man of Game 7, Jack Morris. Thanks indeed for a job well done. Of course, the celebration was far from over. Next, a rally at the Metrodome.
First off, manager Tom Kelly. Number 19, a 20-game winner, pitcher Scotty Erickson. Number 7, the best shortstop in the American League, Greg Gagne.
And finally, in Washington, D.C., a tribute from the President of the United States to the world champions of baseball.
Let me welcome the authors of that championship season, the 1991 Minnesota Twins, a team that helped deepen America's love affair with baseball. This year, they rose like Lazarus to win their division, beat Toronto in the playoffs, and then came the 88th World Series, and what a series it was. So each of you made this a kaleidoscope of beauty. Each showed why millions of Americans watch baseball, listen to, read about, debate it, and why for a few golden days each October, each of us becomes a self-anointed expert.